Hello everyone, and welcome to another Attack on Titan manga read along. This is chapter 109 and 110, which are kind of like leftover chapters that I should have read by now, but every time I talk too much and then I didn't get to a chapter twice. So this is kind of like a recap, not a recap, but a catching up video. And just as I started this video, I realized I still haven't posted my 107 and 108 on YouTube. Is it on Discord at least? No. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I will do it eventually. So in the live chat we have Meow. I watched episode 105 to 106 and you didn't read the Attack on Titan high school cast at the end of chapter 106. I didn't. Well, remind me after this and then I'll go back. Blah, 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 blah. So, chapter... we have Meow here, Modru, Sotos, Hunter, Dark Shadow, Mike. Welcome, everyone. And this is my... It's still Valentine's Day. So, happy part 3 of Valentine's Day. Part 1. Well, part 0 was listening to Naruto openings. Part 1 was episode 9 and 10 of Blue Lock. And part 2 was episode 11 and 12. And now part 3... is the romantic Attack on Titan. And even here at the front we have Gabi and Falco. Oh. I think you did. It might be off. It might have been off video. Oh shit, it was? Was that the one you reminded me of? Yeah, Historia being a bitch. Oh, I did that off video? Oops. The live stream might still be up. Let me just see if it was posted. I can go here. View video content. Okay, just give me a second. Video producer or no. Collections clips. Where is this shit? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it looks like it was posted. So if you can remember which day I read it, just check on the schedule actually. It was after chapter 106. So that was on the 8th of February. By the way, episode with the train scene where Eren confessed to everyone being imp is episode 69. It was aired on Valentine's Day. Really? Episode 69. That's Sotus's favorite number. But yeah, if you want to go check that part. The train-up scene where Eren confessed to everyone being important is episode 69 and was aired on Valentine's Day. Oh, well, I wonder if it was coincidental. Was that day on Valentine's Day last year or the year before? Because I remember streaming that day and then someone came into the live stream and tried to spoil me. I remember that. And I was luckily not spoiled because I was spinning in my chair because people were sending bets Valentine's Day and I was spinning in my chair. Woo! And then I missed the message pop up because someone actually sent bets or something to spoil or a tip. We had to delete all the chat. Yeah, I remember. Luckily I didn't see because I was like, woo! Well, for me, for you guys, not so funny because some of you might have been spoiled back then. Okay. He was actually spoiled. Oh, it was the Sasha moment. He was trying to spoil the Sasha moment. The Attack on Titan High School of 106 is about Eren eating Historia. What? Oh, I don't think I read that one. I remember the one where she was looking at them and like she was thinking, what are you doing with them and blah blah blah, and she was being like a bitch in her head to everyone. But okay, otherwise, even if I can go back to it at the end. So let's start with chapter 109, which is called Guides. Wait here for just a minute. Okay. We can use that horse to escape. What are you talking about? We might have killed that jailer, but they'll realize we're gone. We need to leave this area. It'll be just as easy for them to find us if we move recklessly. I'm sure they have farmhands here. We can ask them to house us for a few days. I can't eat alongside a bunch of damn devils. Listen, you. Come in. I'll do all the talking. Just don't say anything stupid. Now that's So your kids ran away from home. What's wrong with you? A South Marleyan accent? Oh, by the way, I just want to let you guys know, I'm suddenly into some country music. I don't know when that happened. I think it started when I watched The Ranch on Netflix. And now suddenly I can listen to country music without going, ah! Now I think, oh, this is I love this song. Okay. Maybe after we finish this video, I can play you the one song I like today. What's wrong with you? Nice to meet you. We're siblings, and I'm Ben, and she's Mia. Something's happened, and we've run away from our parents. If there's anything that we can do, we'll do it. So please let us stay here for just a few days. Please. It must be your inner farmer coming out, getting you ready to make a garden. That's what I said to Hanku. Cut that out. No child ought to be bowing his head like that. You're welcome here at the Blouse Stables. Stay as many days as you need. Now come here and eat some breakfast. Thank you very much. You must be tired. You ought to lie down after finishing that. Lisa, this child here's sorry. You must have gone through a lot. No, sorry about my little sister. Thank you for the food. Blouse Stables was the first part French. Blouse Stables. Not blah. Now I forgot what I want to say. Oh, when Sylvie ever does that, there have been 2 times in the, I don't know how many years Sylvie's been with us, but even the 2 times she would like lash out like, and every time I cried because it's like, my baby's here. So I feel like if some little kid just swacked me out of nowhere, I probably would start crying. Delicious. This tastes great. Yum, 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 yum. And then Mia. Oh. But that the girl, she looks at her. She knows. I would like to congratulate you on the success of your campaign against the Marley. The leaders of Hizuru have nothing but praise for the bravery shown by the nation of Eldia. I'm honored by your words, but this victory would not have been possible without the strong bond of trust between our nations. I also want to thank you for continuing to meet with us despite the scrutiny this island now finds itself under. If anything is worthy of praise today, it is your actions. I apologize. Your welcoming party today is not worthy of you. I apologize, your welcoming party. Oh, them who's meeting them. Okay. No, a welcoming from the head of state himself is more than I deserve. And given that it was not the volunteers who answered our wireless call, I think I understand your position. Thank you for your consideration. All that said, welcome back to the most dangerous island in the world. That sounds like a Jurassic Park kind of welcome. Indeed, we are here today to see that danger in person, after all. Then, is that the observation unit I've heard so much about? Yes, I believe it is the world's first flying boat, made possible by the use of iceburst stone as fuel. We're going to get a good look at the power to shake the earth. Oh, and here we go. Hans, you need to explain. A forced evacuation of all residents from Shiganshina district? Wasn't it the corpse who made Reeves' company responsible for its reconstruction? Is there any truth to the rumors that all the volunteers have been arrested? And what about the reports that Aaron Yeager, the man responsible for the victory over Eldia, is in prison? Not my department. This is tyrannical. Consult the military police. What do you say to accusations that the military is amassing too much wealth from the outside world? Ask the MPs. Now let me through. Hans, 4 years ago, the Survey Corps brought the truth to the people inside these walls. You showed us that our real enemies are the people in foreign lands, and that the Titans are us. Yet Jaeger's victory has given us a future. Did it, Bo? Did it give you a future, really? I think we established last time that is a pretty bleak future, but okay. I guess a bleak future is... I don't know, but okay, I don't think you know, but okay. How is he supposed to know, after all? He doesn't know anything. They haven't told him anything. They should tell him so that they can make up their own minds if they really think they should be going in that direction. Eldians now have a future where we can survive. At least the flushes of the world for a while. That means the relationship between him and the Survey Corps matter to all Eldians. Hans, you once said that you would trust the people with knowledge. Have you changed your stance on that? What is that? The situation has changed. Knowledge has a different meaning now that the walls are opened and we're connected to the world. No, it doesn't. Not really. I know you're in a tough spot, Hans. So just look me in the eyes and tell me. Tell me I can trust you. Everything we do is for the sake of the LDM people. I assume you leaked the rumors about Aaron? Of course. Poop! Holger, Wim, Luis, you recruits, and Poop. Why did you do this? Because Aaron ought to be freed. We haven't done anything wrong, only what we needed to do. We faced countless colossal enemies and grasped victory. That victory is the overwhelming power of the Titans to shake the earth. It secures our right to live. Aaron saved the lives of every citizen of the new Eldian Empire. You mean the nation of Eldia? And this victory of yours has given every army in the world the most pressing reason possible to combine their forces to attack our tiny little island. Does that not endanger our right to live? It does if we can't shake the earth. We never would have survived without power in the first place. Not on this tiny little island. There's no guarantee that this weapon will work as you think it will. To be frank, it's nothing more than a story someone told you. Only because you're keeping Aaron locked up in a cage. Okay, well, I already said in the last video what I think about this weapon and what I think it will lead to. So, I'm not going to have that argument again. Or, I'm not going to go through that again. Can we really afford to waste time like this? Our great victory will be for naught at this rate. Aaron Yeager will lead this nation. You need to release him immediately. You know, you just might be right. In a certain sense, I made the decision to see Zeke's plan through. The responsibility is all mine, which is why I can't allow any further insubordination. You will all be prosecuted for the crime of leaking information about Aaron. You will be placed in disciplinary detention. Happily, if that will lead humanity within the walls to victory. People like him because he's like, I do what no one else is willing to do. But actually he doesn't think. He thinks just about like, now. What might work now? He doesn't think like long term, I feel, personally. The stage always needs someone in this role. When one actor leaves, another jumps in to take his place. Break a leg, hunch. But I mean, the thing is, he did very bad things, like tearing people's nails off and to innocent people and killing innocent people to do what he wanted to do. And she did that, but not because she wanted to. But then he didn't want to. Maybe. But he didn't look like he didn't want to. I don't know. Maybe he just convinced himself that he wanted to so he could live with the guilt. I'm tired. No, I need to study. Oh God, this girl. Is this cell one you've been in, Mikasa? What? No. I see. That's too bad. Oh, but I don't regret violating military law. The Survey Corps' goal is to win. That means rules and regulations can't be absolute. Right? Stop, Louise. You're just going to get a longer sentence. Since that day when you saved my life, nothing's changed. You threw a Titan to the ground with nothing but human strength. I saw that and realized you can't save anyone without power. And with great power comes great responsibility. But okay. It's okay for us to fight against unjust violence. Oh, excuse me, you were the unjust violence. What? You were a little girl scared at a giant Titan, and then you threw giant Titans onto innocent people just like you were. It's okay for us to fight against unjust violence with more unjust violence. Yeah, makes so much sense. You're so smart. But I mean, what is she, 14? I guess I can't expect anything. You were saved too, weren't you? By Mr. Jaeger. Since you saved me, I've wanted to get closer to you, even if just a little. So Why did you join the Survey Corps, Mikasa? If you did it for Mr. Jaeger, then you should free... There's one thing I can tell you. Keep your mouth shut. Ooh, the throbbing again. I'm trying to think about, because what they're doing here is showing some parallels to how they're acting and how the Survey Corps used to act against the previous tyrannical government that took away their memories and da-da-da-da. So they're showing some similarities now, but there's, to me at least, a clear difference between what they were fighting for and their means versus how they're going about it. Because as far as I remember, wasn't there one part where they went into a place and then they I don't know what's the word, they incapacitated people by like wounding them but not killing them. Do you guys remember that? Who was that and when was that again? When they were fighting against the lost, like it was building up to the lost coup d'etat. There was a whole thing. So to me, even though their methods might look similar from like afar, and the words they use might be similar, and but there is key differences that to me just says it's not, to them it's not about like they wanted to know the truth and all this kind of stuff, and they're just extremists. There's a lot of little hints like that for me. Like this moment, it doesn't seem to me like a sincere, I care about the survival of our people. I'm thinking I'm blah 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 blah. It's to me more like, I think it's the boss said to Levi that his team aimed to legs. Something like that, yeah. I remember something like that. And to me, this isn't like, it's just, but obviously I'm looking at this now and thinking about the stuff from later, and there's just all these little hints. It's not the same. And they're just all that it boils down to is that they're extremists, and they are the unjust violence that they claim to be fighting. Anyway. Okay, so then she thinks back and she remembers Aaron stabbing and stabbing and stabbing. It's okay now. You can relax. Wow, that is quite the visual right there, with the where she's looking at Aaron from below and his face is kind of like in the darkness, but the light is shining on more on this guy's, you know, this area where it's stab, 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 stab. Not, but the thing is, he wasn't incapacitated or anything, like, it wasn't a controlled, hurt you and get away. It was incessant, right? Like, there's a difference between them. But I didn't think back on it here and saw it as a problem because he's a child. He can't think, he's a literal child. It was life or death. And in your adrenaline and fear, like, if he doesn't kill him, this guy, if you just stab him in his leg with a little child's stabby, then that guy takes you by the throat and you're dead. So I never thought about it like, oh yeah, see, he was always like that. I know people say, oh yeah, he was always like that. But back then, what I'm saying, I didn't see that way, because to me, it's like, it was life or death. It was you or this person right here in front of you who already killed, you know, this girl's parents and stuff. To me, it wasn't the same. But I guess what people are saying, it gave us a hint about what he's capable of. You know, it was kind of like the start of foreshadowing. Not foreshadowing, but the start of. She always remembered the nights of Aaron where he wraps the thing around her neck. Now she's having doubts about Aaron seeing the dark side of that memory. Oh, yeah. Okay. How are you finding your room? It has a wonderful view. If only these iron bars weren't in the way. As I've said many times before, we will not forget the debt of honor Eldia owes to the volunteers. You in particular. The meticulous records you kept and submitted of your actions showed how much you valued our faith in each other. But then I started thinking, why were you trying so desperately to look squeaky clean? You placed yourself under strict management, even attaching soldiers to yourself who would keep watch. Take this day, the banquet 10 months ago celebrating the opening of the rail system in Trost district. At the last minute, the guard assigned to you changed to poop. He accompanied you to your lodgings just as the festivities were winding down, and now he's being detained for the crime of divulging secret information. These lodgings of yours were also located a few dozen kilometers away from Aaron Yeager's home. It appears possible that you were in contact with Aaron. And it's right around this time that we began to see Aaron take more unauthorized actions. Now, I'm just pleased to have an excuse to speak with a beautiful woman today, so I'd be happy to talk all day long. Oh, I remember this part. She's working in the stables and the horse is like biting her head. Is that like a real thing? Can a horse just bite your head? Would it bleed? Do horses have strong jaws, or did he just nibble it like or did he like bite down? I don't know. His eyes look pretty evil. I'm not gonna lie to you. That looks vicious. He looks like a vicious horse. And then she slips and falls like, and a bucket on her head. Splash. Why? Why is this happening? This is devil's work. More like stable's work. I bet not one of these horses would let you ride it away from here. Well, I never learned how to ride, so we can't get any information out here in the middle of nowhere. I'd rather blend in here than risk doing something stupid. We'll just sit here and wait for rescue. Think of what this country's military did in Mali. I'm sure there will be an invasion from all sides soon. My brother and Reiner will be here to save us. Aren't you mad at Zeke? We had a traitor right there next to us. There's nothing we can do about that. I can't tell her yet that I carried Eren Yeager's letters. There'd be no point in telling her anyway. And really, Mia, why am I your little sister? Does it matter either way? Lunchtime, you two. Okay, let's take a break. You're both quick learners. You have stamina too. Thanks for the compliment. But it seems like everyone working here is young, including you, Kaya. Yeah, almost everyone here is an orphan. So that's what it was. The Queen's policies provide a lot of support to children with no place to go. People who lost their parents 4 years ago gather here. Seems like you haven't admitted your sins. Huh? Have you already forgotten the brutal atrocities the people of this island committed against the world? An Eldian can only start on the path to final atonement when they fully understand their sins. I can't with this kind of talk. I can't. Does that have something to do with why we all lost our parents? Yes. No matter how good you may try to act, your crimes are too heavy to ever escape. Is that what they teach you in Marley? How dare you say that to someone helping us? This is basic history. I need to make it clear to her. You're still on about that? Am I wrong? Go ahead. Tell me where I'm wrong. What did you just say? I don't know why you came here, but you two are from Marley, right? What do you mean? It's not like we have any idea how to make it back to Marley. You yelled it yourself. Haha, wow, so you knew from the start. From, like, the very start. Gosh, that's so embarrassing. I mean, how could... I can't believe you. Hey! What are you doing? The devil! She's shown her true form! Oh my god. Crazy bitch. Smack her over the head. She needs to calm the fuck down. I knew something was off. No island devil could ever be that nice. She tricked us. And what, are you stupid? If you make this much noise. Hey, what are you two fighting about? Oh no, Mia's jealous that her big brother is getting stolen away from her. Look at Kaya's. Look at that. Kaya's actually getting along with him. She's cheering up a bit. Yeah, well, don't play with that thing. It's dangerous. You got it. Why? What do you mean, why? If I was going to tell on you, you would have been captured a long time ago. I used to live in this village. A bunch of titans appeared inside the walls 4 years ago, and one came here. It was about 3 meters tall, so it wasn't a very big one. But everyone in the village ran away when they saw it, leaving my mother, who had trouble walking, behind. There was nothing I could do. I just sat. I couldn't run or hide. So I was here. I sat and listened to it eat my mother over there. It was so long ago. Oh, it was so long. Oh. Chewing. It kept eating my mother while she was still alive. After a while, her screams stopped. I think it was because she'd finally lost her voice. 4 years ago, they'd told all of us inside the walls that there were other humans outside. That kind of makes me think of something I read today about, I got an email from this place. A woman. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it, but I mean, the email is public, so I'm sure I'm allowed to show. But anyway, I don't know where it is. I'm not gonna search through my 144 unread things between which one I read. It was a woman that was stabbed like 20 times in front of her 2 children by her ex-husband. It's like, that makes me think, you know what? Titans are really not so monstrous. People are fucking monstrous, even if we can't turn into big ass naked things. I think it was because she'd finally lost her voice. 4 years ago, they told. Did I say that it was in front of their 2 daughters? Like, she was stabbed 20 times in front of their 2 little girls. Not 16, 17-year-olds, little girls. Like, now they have to grow up not just without their mother and father, because he's a crazy possessed man. I didn't mean to emphasize man, but I don't know. To me, I have to sum it up to these people must be possessed. Not really, but seriously, I don't know. They're not in their right minds. But now they not only have to grow up without their parents, they have to grow up with that memory. That is a core memory. That is lodged into your brain forever. Bye, Sotos. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Titans are scary, but people are not all that far away from just monsters. I mean, in real life. I mean, they are based off of drunk people, right? 4 years ago, they told all of us inside the walls that there were other humans outside who call us a race of devils, right? But I don't really understand why they hate us so much. Mia, Ben, tell me, what exactly did my mom do? What did she do to make you hate us so much? Thousands of years! Millennia of worldwide slaughter, that's what! Thousands? How could you have forgotten that? Eldians spent thousands of years using the power of Titans to rule and oppress the world. They stole away the culture of other people. They forced them to have children they didn't want. They killed countless human beings. No matter how much the people inside these walls try to ignore that, the world is never going to forget your sins. That's why this is happening. Stop acting like some kind of victim. But my mom was born and raised right here. I don't think she'd ever do something horrible like that. Listen to me. The problem is the sins committed by your ancestors from 100 years ago. 100 years ago? Then what kinds of sins are we committing right now? Just the other day, you devastated my town. But my mom was killed 4 years ago. How could that be? Listen, it's because your ancestors slaughtered people around the world. My mom didn't kill anyone. Tell me, Mia, you need to answer me. Why did my mom have to die in agony like that? There has to be some kind of reason, right? It doesn't make sense otherwise. Why was my mom eaten alive? Tell me, why was she killed? Recon in force. All I know is the incursion on Paradis 4 years ago was a recon in force mission to prepare for a large-scale attack. It was a test to learn about the enemy's combat strength. That's what your mother got wrapped up in. She didn't commit any sin. I'm sorry. She didn't do anything wrong. You just leaked top secret details and apologized to the enemy. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for telling me, but it doesn't make sense for you to apologize. You were just born in Marley. Look at the distance between Gabi and Falco here. That's a necessary distance at this point, you know. So How did you escape from here, Kaya? I just really like this part because, and I know I've said this before, and I don't mean to bring it up because I don't want to play a victim or anything like that, but it's really heartwarming to read, to see this so heavily emphasized in Attack on Titan, and it's one reason why it's one of my favorite stories is just because I've told you guys before, there's a big portion of South Africans that, maybe not the majority, thank God, I don't know, but there is a big portion, and one of the strongest political parties, luckily we don't have many strong political parties. There's one main one, and then one that kind of just nips at their heels, and then there's the third one. Those are the three parties that I know about. Maybe one more, but they're new. And the third one is like really loud and nips at everyone's feet, and they're the ones that rile. They're the Jaegerists of South Africa. Okay. And they're part of the reason I think why other people in South Africa voice the same kind of stuff that Gabi says, but not from Gabi's perspective. Like, Gabi's perspective is she would be me saying, but the same thing that Gabi says, like, oh, you didn't do anything wrong, but your ancestors did. And then I'm just like, because now you're not allowed to say anything or talk to these people because I don't know. I'm even scared now to talk about this stuff because if I just phrase it wrong and then this or that, and we've been taught to say, oh, you get canceled for saying that, and you can't say that because then there's people lose their jobs that way, right? Luckily, I'm self-employed, so. But yeah, I've never seen a story handle this topic so well, where it starts off with Aaron, the victim, and then it shows you how the victim can become the oppressor in such a way that a huge portion of the fandom really roots for genocide. Like, that is such brilliant writing. Like, wow, now I understand why the world is the way it is. You know? I don't know, I just really like this part. How did you escape from here, Kaya? Someone came to save me. A girl a little older than I am right now. She came in swinging an axe from our yard, and she fought the Titan with it. An axe? That's nuts. Yeah, she used herself as a human shield so that I could get away from the Titan. She said that if I kept running down this path, I would eventually find someone who'd save me. She told me to keep running until I met them. If she was still alive, she'd never abandon two kids with nowhere to go, like you. She'd help you like she helped me. I've been invited with Mr. Blouse to go to a restaurant where a Marlian works. If you come with us and meet that Marlian, there might be a way for you two to make it back home. Why would you do that for us? I want to be more like her. Her being Sasha. That's deep. Sasha dead. Killed by Gabi. But I can't blame Gabi for killing her. After what they did. You know? And that's why I'm saying brilliant writing. But imagine, didn't the author want to kill Gabi, kill Sasha back then? Thankfully he didn't, because look what came from it, you know? So that girl was saved by Sasha, and she saved Gabi, who killed Sasha. That's still crazy. And I'm pretty sure another moment like that's coming. I don't remember exactly, but I remember a link like that, or a Sasha moment, Sasha Gabi moment. I hated Gabi first time I read the manga and stayed a long time before I forgave her. What, from when? From the moment she killed Sasha, or from the moment that she did that, the thing at the beginning when she was introduced? Because I remember disliking her at first because of what she did. Like, to me, that's no. But I wouldn't say hate. I just disliked her because, you know, you shouldn't do that. That's not the right way of fighting. But then I just told myself, you know what? She's a child on the battlefield. She doesn't even, other people are supposed to show her what's right and wrong. And now those people are people who use kids in war. So they clearly can't teach her about right and wrong. So how should she know? She killed Sasha. To be honest, I was a Jaegerist even for a long time. I know you still definitely think, I know you still like, oh, Eren is so hot, so he must be right. You make those jokes, I remember them. But that's quite interesting. Would you say you still are, but just maybe not as extreme? Or would you say that you changed from maybe Jaegerist to something else? But maybe I shouldn't talk to you about it now because I haven't seen the end of the manga. So you have. So maybe there's something there that changed your mind. So maybe I should wait. But yeah, even though I felt sad about Sasha dying, well, one part of my brain knew she wasn't meant to be alive anyway. So, because I knew before I saw her death that she was supposed to die earlier. So in my mind, she was a character that was always going to die. Like, there's always that possibility. She was saved once, but it meant she was expendable to the main story. So if he didn't use her then, I knew at some point he could use her. And damn, did he use her good. I mean, from a story perspective, he used her character in a very great way. But yeah. Okay, episode 110, Counterfeit. They called it a gas weapon. It spread like fog downwind and engulfed that village. The gas contained my spinal fluid. That's a fucked up weapon right there. Jesus. The gas contained my spinal fluid. Monkey fish. Any subjects of Ymir who inhaled the gas, even the smallest bit, were immediately frozen in place. They no longer had control over their bodies and they lost consciousness. That is why gas warfare is banned now in war. To be honest with you, for me, if you're gonna go so far as to hurt civilians, I would prefer to be gassed maybe, like, rather than freaking, I mean, I'm watching Vinland Saga, so I'm being reminded of burning and raping and all this kind of shit. So if you're gonna fucking kill civilians and be that place, then at least do it quickly. You know what I'm saying? What's that noise? Oh, hey guys, remember this actually is the chapter where I stopped reading the manga and decided to go anime only. I can't wait for more new anime. One episode. They never told me how it works, but if my spinal fluid makes it inside the body of any subject of Ymir, a coordinate is etched inside of them to which the power of the Titans can be sent. All that was left was for me to give the order. I used this path to send the power of the Titans to those coordinates. Those titans are connected to one another by way of my beast titan. That is why I can impose my will on them, and why they move according to my orders. Oh, Connie's mom. You called it that village. Its name was Ragako. It was a village full of Eldians you slaughtered. You bearded shit. Yeah. Go Levi. Hi Tsel, hi Rafs. Yes, I wish I didn't have to do it either. But I had to. If Marley had learned that my true allegiance was to the Eldian restoration, I would never have been able to bring hope to this island. How would they have learned that you didn't do that? Huh? Huh? Liar. Son of a bitch. Bearded shit. I said all this when I first landed here, did I not? Why do you keep asking about it again and again? Because I can see you don't carry a speck of guilt. I'm not sure if you really want to save LD or not, but I'm certain those people's lives meant nothing to you. Yes, Levi, best. Why? It's not wanting to take a picture. My phone's been acting weird all day. Fuck's sake. I want to screenshot this Levi moment. And I want to go back afterwards and screenshot that. What's that girl's name? The one that Sasha saved? Bob da Boom. Meow says, I had... Oh, Kaya. Thank you. Meow says, I had all kind of emotions in Attack on Titan and feeling too conflicted. Because I read all the story multiple times and my view changed. And now, like, I get Eren and Poop's feelings. But, sorry, he didn't write Poop. I just can't read his name. I can't support them. Eren had no right hurting Mikasa and Armin like that. He's selfish to do what he wants and he should have been open about his plan and let them choose what they want, no matter what. Yeah, because if you really love someone, you don't force your will that you want for them on them. You can say that only maybe when it's your children and like they want to eat chocolate for dinner and you know that no, you should have a fucking piece of broccoli, bitch, and then you have to feed them the broccoli, and even though they're crying and they want the chocolate. So maybe in a parent-child situation you might because not all parents know what's best for their child either. Some parents suck. But I'm just saying there are exceptions when you love someone and you have to tell them what's best for them. But in the kind of relationship that Eren and Mikasa and Armin have, you can't... That's not love then. That is something else. Or it might be a form of love, but it's not... Is what he did wasn't right, and that is the bottom line for me. Now I just feel like I wish they could be happy together and all this never happened, where everyone are back. Wouldn't that be nice if life was like that, though? People could just be happy. But this show shows you, Attack on Titan shows you why the world is as fucked up as it is and why people keep making the same mistakes. Why Errands keep being errands and poops keep being poops. And that's why we should have these conversations and watch out for the same mistakes being repeated out in the world, and at least try, even if we're just one person putting a different sound out there, a different thought from what everyone's saying. Think like this, do like this. We cannot forgive, blah, 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 blah. Then you just be like, well, actually, I think maybe we should consider this. Okay, wait, did I save this? Okay, I did. You must have been real popular with the ladies. It's not nice to make assumptions about other people's feelings, you know. I know, and I was popular enough. Is that so? Well, when are you going to have me meet Aaron and start this experiment? There are so many secrets behind Aaron's character. Yeah. There are chapters I haven't read. I am well aware. Thanks. I've already given my theory as to what I think about why Aaron is doing what he's doing. But I can see that you want to defend his character from the things that I just said. And please don't, because if you are someone that has finished the manga and you're commenting based on the things you know that I don't know, you're leaning into spoiler territory, and that shit pisses me the fuck off, especially because even someone recently tried to spoil something from in an email. Please, I want you to see this attachment. Yeah, dude. Okay. I'm this is not suspicious at all. There's many secrets behind Aaron's character. What secret then? If you are not caught up to the manga, please tell me the secrets that we know about that I'm not taking into consideration in my thoughts. If you are not the manga reader, I will wait. What secret am I unaware of? Because his character just changed 180. So you think your sentence should read, I think there are many secrets that we don't know about Aaron because his character changed so much. But your sentence was, there is so many secrets. It's like you're saying it like it's an established fact. That's why I assumed you've read the rest of the manga. But it's not an established fact, but it's obviously highly likely, which in the last video, I'm pretty sure, either last one or the one before that, it's not an established fact. It's highly likely, but it's not an established fact. You can't say something is a fact if you don't know. You cannot say something is a fact, even if it's 98% certain that something will happen or that something is true. You can't say it's a fact until you know. That is ludicrous. People make stupid decisions all the time for people that they love. You can't say that there's secrets factually. Like maybe he just... From a crying kid to a guy who wants to destroy the world. Where's the secret? He was a crying kid and then he went through a bunch of shit and got depressed. Where's the secret? Show me, how can you factually know there's a secret if you don't know what the secret is or if there's a secret? The change in him was it wasn't sudden. He was a child and then he grew up through war. Obviously, the potential is there for him to get depressed. What secret is there? You can't tell me. So you can't say that it's a fact because you don't know that there's a secret. It's highly likely because as I said last time in the last video, some of his actions just don't make sense. So, yeah, sure, I'm sure there's things that we don't know because since the Marley arc started, we haven't seen into his head. We've only seen what he says to others. Then why did he do what he did to Mikasa and Armin? He said because he loves them and he wants to save them. And Eldia. So we don't know. We don't know the true reason. But he gave a reason. I don't know. This feels like the kind of conversation that someone who wants to believe in Eren and who is kind of like Team Eren, you want to defend him without knowing how or what, because you don't know more than I do. But there's a reason. There's you have to believe. And like I said, I already gave my theory as to what is probably going on, but I can't say that it's a fact until it gets revealed. Does that make sense? Oh, okay. I'm talking to those watching this back on YouTube later and can't see the chat. I'm talking to someone who feels it's very exciting that he wants to destroy the world and they're feeling hype about it. So clearly I'm wasting my time having a serious discussion with someone who is just watching or reading this for entertainment purposes. Cool. So to prevent myself from wasting more time, I'm just going to focus on the rest of the chapter. You must have been real popular with the ladies. It's not nice to make assumptions about other people's feelings, you know. I know, I was popular enough. Is that so? Well, when are you going to have me meet Eren and start this experiment? That's not my call. I'm waiting for orders from HQ. Tell them that if they think they have time to wait around, they're mistaken. At last, we agree. Even when chapters were coming out, Meow says, even when chapters were coming out every month, there was a big split about Eren's actions, so everyone's free to figure it out. Yeah, but you're not free to say something that I think that I don't know is a fact. That's all I'm saying. Eren could, there's one potential. Eren is exactly what he's been saying. He's been working with the Jaegerists. He said that my friends are important and he wants to save them and he's willing to destroy the world. That is it. That is the thing to his character. Or there's the other side. My theory about him could be true, or it could be completely different. There could be other secrets and blah, 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 blah. But my point is, it's not, you can't say something's a fact that isn't a fact. Unless you want to rephrase if you're just trying to say, since Marley, we haven't been seeing into Eren's head like we used to. So his actions, like I said, most likely aren't what he says they are. He says he just wants to save them. He appears to be like this. You said there could be secrets, and that's what I said. Okay. All I'm saying is that you can't say that something is a fact. Okay. I did go to meet Eren that day. Oh? I apologize for hiding that fact until now. This is reason enough for you to detain the volunteers. Charming as ever, aren't you? So this secret meeting with Eren, are you saying that's when you convinced him to go along with Zeke's plan? Thank you, Mike. Are you saying that's when you convinced him to go along with Zeke's plan? I never did that, but I was impatient. I know it's just how things are, but you people don't know what the world is like. If you'd kept waiting to decide, it would have been too late for Eldia. Eren felt the same sense of danger. Impatience. It didn't take long for the two of us to come to an agreement on how we should resolve this issue. I'm joking, I just said impatience, but that's just how I feel. It didn't take long for the two of us to come to an agreement on how we should resolve this issue. And that's when you told Eren to infiltrate Marley alone, to force the military into action. I never said anything of the sort. But I did say the military government needed to be stirred up. You could have come to military command and yelled at us instead. You'd already risked an in-person meeting. Why leave without some kind of formal agreement? Of course, it was a risk for an ex-Marleyan soldier and the founding Titan to meet. We weren't in a position to request a meeting with him, even in a public place. I see. You didn't want to endanger our trust in the volunteers, yet you still decided to meet in secret. So that you could gain influence over Eren and accomplish Zeke's goals, right? What would be the point in that? I just wanted Eren Yeager to know who I was. Fangirl. No, we wanted Eren's Titan to smash Marley into pieces, just as Zeke made us hope he would. And I wanted Eren to stand up for his own principles. He delivered a massive blow to Marley, just as we'd hoped. No, it was even better than I'd imagined. While I feel bad about the many injured Marleyan citizens, the wicked leaders of Marley's military were wiped out. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad that innocent people were killed. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything. I'm so bad we had to kill many people. I'm trying to come to terms in my head what kind of feelings would be going through my head as I said something like that. Like, I made this batshit crazy plan, going around people, meeting in secret, doing things I know I shouldn't be doing, that led to thousands upon thousands of innocent people dying. And then I'm like, oh, I felt bad for them, but at least we got those people. But he led the way and succeeded in doing it all on his own. Yeah, all on his own. I'm so sure he had no help. Having to get his ass saved again from the bad situation he put himself in. He delivered divine punishment to the land where we suffered for so long. Divine punishment. Now, where have I heard that before? It sounds awfully familiar to what Gabi was saying about how they could never make up for their sins. They had to suffer, even though they didn't do anything, they had to suffer for past sins. It's the exact same where she's like, oh, well, I feel bad about the innocent ones, but the injured, I feel bad about the many injured. She said injured Marleyan citizens? She doesn't even say this fucking squashed children's heads and not just the Marleyans, but Eldians. Innocent people. Oh, the injured. Yeah, injured's the right word to use, bitch. But yeah, divine punishment. Okay. That he was capable of so much is proof that he carries the founding Titan inside him. Commander, do you understand what's unfolding before us now? Right now, we are witnessing the moment that history changes. No, you are witnessing the moment where history is starting to repeat itself. It's just the pendulum swinging. It was that side, and then that side. Here it was when, okay, Eldians were being forced to take over the world with that king, and then all the kings after him for 2,000 years. The Peldium, what is this? Pendulum was here. Then it swung back briefly when Marley was on this extreme side, repeating the same shittiness. And now you're just seeing, oh, we're starting to go back. Eldians are going to be the only way. Two brothers are going to remake the world or to destroy it, more likely. I just want... Oh, wait, does she believe... Wait a minute. She believes in Zeke's plan, right? Wait, does she know Zeke wants to sterilize everyone? I don't know what she knows, actually. Either way, she's terrible person. The way she's you were talking about me. I'm trying to remember now. She is a Zeke fangirl, but she's also an Aaron fangirl. But Aaron is apparently following Zeke's plan, but they don't know that Zeke wants to sterilize them. She knows, so she knows. But she doesn't know that Aaron... Wait, Aaron is pretending to go along with Zeke's plan, but does Aaron know what Zeke's plan is? I mean, I know Aaron knows, but do they know that Aaron knows? I mean, she believed in Zeke and Aaron, Jesus self-sacrifice bullshit about Eldian's genocide. She was so she and Zeke, so Aaron is pretending to know. She will do anything Zeke wants because she believes he's God. Yeah, that I know. But she knows about that, the genocide plan, the euthanasia plan. Okay, last question. Or just rephrasing the one I just said, but she and Zeke know about Zeke's euthanasia plan. Clearly they don't know about the euthanasia plan, Pixis and the rest of them, right? Did they tell Aaron? Is that the plan that Aaron is pretending to follow? Is it the euthanasia plan or the secret plan? Because that's how they've sold it to them, right? The secret plan. So I just wanted to get that straight. So yeah, essentially she thinks that Zeke and Aaron is like Jesus, who's sacrificing themselves on the cross. Mm-hmm. You will find out in chapter 130 POV about it, and they told him, and his action in Marley was proof for them. Oh, okay. I'm reading up to chapter 130, so let's keep going. Not today, I just want to have a good view of the action. In other words, the real reason you met Aaron was your curiosity? I suppose so. None of the other volunteers know about my meeting with him. Poop was my go-between because I convinced him there was a crisis. All this happened because I acted rashly. There's no denying the fact that I deceived you. I tied a noose around my own neck. But everything I did for Eldia. Even I'd like to believe that. Now recount everything you and Aaron said to each other. Want to know how to tell a good lie? Mix in a little bit of truth from time to time. I can't believe you would doubt us after all this time. Honestly, I'm hurt. Commander, we risked our lives to fight Marley just like you. Is now really the time to claim that Zeke is a Marleyan double agent? He's not, but he's maybe just worse. No, I'm kidding. Can you even afford to split your forces right now? Aren't we comrades? Didn't we sweat side by side to build the rail and trade systems that have brought wealth to this island? We gave everything for Eldia, and in return, you take us hostage? I can't excuse what we're doing, but please endure it for a little while longer. Whoever would have thought? You're right, Onyankopon. 10 months ago, when the railroad opened, I never would have believed this. Yes, indeed. We swore to each other we'd fight for Eldia's future, and yet... What? What's it? Yelena? What? Why the face? Why is she doing that? Even I'm shocked. What is it? Yelena? Did she whisper something? I didn't see. Really? Really? Did you really not know? No, I didn't. I really didn't. Yeah, it looks like you didn't know, I think. Yet she never talked to herself in the mirror. Yelena. You aren't saying she'd never do something like that. Is it because you can imagine her doing it? Well, that's... It came in the wrong order, but she gave us the reason we needed to detain the volunteers. Tell me everything you know about Yelena, for the sake of our future. It came in the wrong order. That's kind of the problem. The moment you arrest someone and then you try and prove their crimes, it's a bit iffy. What makes it iffy is mainly I'm thinking about that technique or that process being used in my country. That's fucked up. Like, I've told you guys about the corruption here, so I just think that would be abused and abused. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just looking at Onyankopon's face and I'm remembering a moment from later and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, I can't wait to read that moment. At some point we need to rewatch season... When did we stop? We only rewatched season 1 and 2, right? We need to rewatch at least season 4 because I've only watched that once. So sad. Tell me everything you know about Yelena for the sake of our future. As far as I know, it was Yelena who organized the volunteers. She's the one who recruited the anti-Marlian resistance under the banner of Zeke's secret plan. It was hard for us to mesh at first with all of the fear and doubt, but each time Yelena would point her gun at Marley. She showed her loyalty to Zeke and the organization by getting her own hands dirty. Season 4 is the best. Didn't watch season 3 since it jumped around compared to the manga. Especially with your reaction. I don't know. My reactions are pretty much pause and go, pause and go, pause and go. I remember not a lot of people like that. I don't know how it's going to work for the last 2 episodes, but I think it's going to be good. I'm glad to hear that. And the delay is really good today. I wish it could be like this every day. I'm glad that you, even from a different perspective, like you are on the kind of the opposite spectrum of me when watching this play out. But still you can enjoy someone else's reaction and analysis. Even if they feel differently. Like that's not something I'm used to when it comes to this fandom. Less people on during the week. Everyone else is on their Valentine's date. At 11:50, they should get home and get in bed. No, I'm joking. Ooh, get in bed on Valentine's Day. Ooh. I'll stop. Focus. She showed her loyalty to Zeke and the organization by getting her own hands dirty. Every Marlian who doubted us, even those we knew as friends, who ate and slept alongside us, met untimely deaths. We overcame these losses by believing it was all for the sake of our stolen homeland. I do not know why she would secretly meet Eren. I always felt she was rushing ahead of us, and we strained to keep up, our eyes on her back. It's odd. Hi, Sotos. What? You say Yelena had no mercy for Marlians, but on this island, she's done everything she could to capture them alive. In fact, she's given those prisoners jobs and some degree of freedom. Yes, it is true that this seems lenient given who she once was. We've thought of this as her own way of apologizing to the Marlians. After all, this is an island, not mainland Marley. But Yelena was so insistent the Marlians' rights be respected. She even argued with the military government. when she'd been so careful to keep her head down for the sake of the volunteers. That's the thing. Huh. Come with me on Yankopon. What? You want me to leave here? I'll handle the details. Let's go. I'm not sure I want to do this. Oh, we can turn sub mode off, I think. Just please remember how to clear the chat in case. Oh, look at them. Look at Armin. Wanting to touch Annie without her consent. Sorry. Hey! Excuse me, sir. No touching that girl allowed. You've got it wrong, Hitch. I thought I might be able to get some important information from this. I wasn't trying to do anything improper. Titan memories often come through people based on touch, you see. It's true. It really is. Not at all. Well, you are a boy. I can see how you'd be interested in all that information Annie has to offer. Oh, I'm okay. I'm sorry. Just please don't ban me. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, Hitch is so pretty. Why is her nose so pretty? I want Hitch's nose. It's so cute. I don't even know why it has that little, what is it? I don't know, but her face is so cute and swooshed. I'm not gonna do that. It gets dull having me as your only conversation partner. Right, Annie? I can't believe you. How are you this popular when all you do is sleep? I don't care if you have the hots for her, but do you know what's going on out in the world? Yeah. Read this. Hi, Sniper. The military continues to cling to power as they unjustly detain Eren Yeager. They've betrayed the volunteers and taken all the profits for themselves. People are really starting to distrust the military. And command isn't even trying to justify themselves. Of course folks feel that way. Still, it's not like they can reveal the existence of Zeke or the earth-shaking weapon. Why? But why? Riots? Why? They trusted them once before. They should trust them again. Marlowe must have been blind to miss on her. Thanks, Ralphs. We need to hurry and figure out Eren's true intentions ourselves. Yeah! So sad that he doesn't tell you. His friends. True intentions. Maybe. But to be fair, what do you mean true intentions, Armin? He's also basically just hoping for the best. Hoping his friend has some greater, grander reason than what he's told them up to now. But of course, it's his best friend. Of course he's going to want to believe the best of him. True intentions. He has said. Hurry, report. Free Eren! Only Eren can save Eldia! Only Eren Yeager can avenge our eaten citizens! There is no Eldian Empire without Eren Yeager! Blah, blah. Sorry, they look like that. Especially this guy in the front. Because he's like, his eyes are almost rolling back into his head. The way he's screaming. Yes, you've said so. Marley is oppressing. Oh, I have a question to you. You weren't here in the last manga read along, right, Vessel? Well, I don't think I can repeat everything exactly. But here's my question to try and summarize. I'll try and do my best. what do you think will happen? So you've watched up to where the anime recently was, right? And we saw the Jaegerist shoot anyone in the face that doesn't like align with them or agree with them, whatever. You saw when the rumbling started, it crushed a lot of the island and the people on the island, right? Because it's not like they could tippy toe across them. They crushed a lot of people. And you know, when they walk around the whole world, they're going to be crushing everyone and everything, which means, as far as I can imagine, destroyed ecosystems and corpses everywhere on the Earth's surface. Now, in my opinion, it seems like when they crush the whole world, starting with parts of Eldia itself, those rotting bodies, corpses, will seep into the earth, and like the already crushed environments, everything, diseases, even if a few people slipped through their toe cracks, the diseases that erupt from the dead bodies will kill everyone who is left, right? In my mind, because remember when the Titans in season 2 or something, remember all the dead bodies, and they were trying, they had the masks on and they were trying to clean up the bodies of the people that died, and they were trying to write down who's who if they could recognize them, but diseases will break out in that case. So now the whole world is riddled with squashed guts and brains, and the people that are left alive, maybe if they snuck through a toe crack, they will die from the Black Plague, the new Black Plague. And then here on Marley itself, we have the Eldian island. Who is left on Eldia? We have the Jaegerists who shoot anyone who doesn't agree with them. We have already dead people squashed. And even out of the people that remain, some of them will agree with Jaegerists and some of them won't, and they will be killed. Do you think those people will be able to clean all the dead bodies on Eldia that they've killed? Do you think they will be able to clean everything and make sure a Black Plague doesn't break out? Do you think they will be able to cultivate the land enough to feed themselves and all the people that are left alive? Even beyond that, it's possible them destroying the lands on Paradis on their way out the world would make it super hard to grow food and less livestock. Exactly. They are Jaegerists. The only thing they know how to do is shoot people who disagree with them. You know what it takes to feed a country? It takes for me to go pick up a sandwich. Farmers had to grow the wheat that made the bread, and the cows and the... Do they wear masks in season 2 to clean bodies or to prevent Zeke's poison? No. They didn't know about Zeke's poison. I'm talking just about sanitation. It was in the outer rim. They didn't know about Zeke's poison in season 2. No. They just, because of all the rotting bodies and the blood and stuff, disease could easily break out. So they're trying to breathe the least of it in, so that But now half of Eldia, or at least a quarter of it, is crushed and killed by Eldians. How will they organize themselves enough to grow wheat and make bread, and it will become a wasteland of a few tribes. They will have to start going like Unga Bunga, freaking wearing loincloths and hunting and speaking Ugu. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding, but I think they won't even make it that far. They will die from diseases. They will not be able to feed themselves. They will break off into factions, blaming each other. Half of them will feel guilty about what was done, not only to the world, but to their own people. People who were crushed under the weight of the freaking Colossus Titans. I personally just don't think that it will lead to freedom. It will lead to death. Vessel says, hey, I'll think of that later. The most important part now is the freedom. And that's a good answer, because it, to me, illustrates exactly what I said about Poop earlier. He thinks only about right now. I want this now, freedom. I don't think about, oh, my freedom could lead to, I don't know, the death of everyone, even me. I think after 20 years, the earth will absorb all the bodies and the earth will be clean again. I'm not sure if it will work on such a large scale, but in theory, everything should automatically recover. Yes. I do believe the earth itself is much more resilient than whatever we could do to it. But I think we ourselves are not very resistant of that. The earth will start anew. All of humanity will maybe have to freaking evolve from scratch. Do you think Aaron will not have an answer for that? So this is what I said before, Vessel. You weren't here last time, so I will repeat myself again, which is a little annoying, but I can't really help it because it's fine if you couldn't be here. But it's really important to have this discussion because I want to hear what someone thinks. So the first thing you said was, I don't know, I don't care, freedom! And then you double back and you're like, well, I don't have an answer for this, but Aaron must have an answer for this. So I trust Aaron. So that is an interesting, because that's probably Flosh's perspective too. But see, the problem with that is, in my theory, as I explained last time, it makes absolutely no sense for Aaron to be this fucking dumb and not be able to foresee this problem. And the only answer to that then is the discussion he had with Pixis back in season 1, where he and Pixis were talking about some or another myth or legend about the world facing a common enemy and then uniting together because they faced a common enemy. So that to me might have been a foreshadowing of Aaron's eventual plan, his grand plan, where he is making himself the big bad villain, and he's going to let his friends, the people who are most important to him, the only people he really cares about saving, he will sacrifice anyone in order to save them. So in my mind, I'm like thinking, why on earth would he leave them a world in which they will all die? Why on earth would he make them carry that guilt? And then, like the situation that I already described, he's not that stupid. So the only answer to me is that he's making himself the big bad villain, and he's going to let his friends save the world. On everyone's eyes are going to be on them, and they're going to save the world, and then they're going to be the good guys in the world. They're going to be the new Tiber family to the world. And then all Eldians left over, because of Mikasa and them that saved the world from big bad Eren Yeager, they're going to say, well, we have to forgive, we have to live together, we have to rebuild now. So that's the only explanation. I mean, the survivors can only live on the island for a while. They don't necessarily need to go outside. The same thing is going to happen to the island. Flosh and his little buddies, they're not going to be able to clean up all the dead bodies of the people that were already crushed. They're not going to be able to feed their own people. They're going to turn against each other easily. People, like, the kind of stress that they will be under to try and feed each other and clean all the dead bodies and rebuild houses, they're going to turn against each other like that. They're not going to survive. And that's not the world that Aaron's going to leave for the people that he loves. So in my mind, he's just making himself a villain. I think that with such a small population, they could live, considering that they already have an entire island, and there is also potential of building something in the outside world. It's not that hard. I would love to see you do that. But they can't live in the outside world because the ecosystems, everything will be crushed. You're talking about rebuilding the whole world while walking through corpses, bleeding guts and brains, even in their own little island. I don't think you realize how easily a little disease can crush society. Did you not see with everything we have how COVID affected people? Were so scared of COVID, this and that. Do you think what breaks out there amongst all those dead bodies is going to be COVID? Do you think it's not going to be 20 times worse? We could barely handle it. People went fucking crazy, stocking up on toilet paper and food and this and that, turning on each other. If we couldn't even handle fucking COVID in the whole world, we struggled for 2 years. Do you think that they could handle whatever breaks out from crushed guts seeping into the ground? What kind of food do you think they'll be able to grow there? Do you not think it will? And it's not like the Titans are not walking from the end of the island. They're walking from the middle of the island. They're crushing everything as they go. Sniper is the biggest Jaegerist I know. He will never agree on anything else except Eren know what he does. I'm sure everything will be perfect after. Is he a manga reader or anime only? Question number 1. And question number 2, I can kind of see that, because if you can honestly answer, it's not that difficult to rebuild society. If you really can answer that, if you really think society will bounce back like that, they can't even unite within the fucking island. They're shooting anyone who disagrees with them. Oh, you don't want to do things my way? Dead in the face. You think they'll be able to unite and figure out a plan how to plant crops amongst the crushed bodies, how to divide up the food, and where to rebuild shelter? Everything was crushed. Do you not understand that? Oh no, I trust in Poophead. He is such a smart leader. He will be able to unite the people that's left and get them organized. Do you know what it takes to run society? To make a fucking sandwich? I don't think people understand that. What goes in the bread, the mayonnaise, the bacon? You have to have livestock and people working, and it doesn't happen overnight. It is okay, but if you want to say it's not that hard, that's fine. That's your opinion. We continue. Marley is oppressing Eldians. World history is Marleyan lies. What can the military do without Eren? Kill the Marleyans. Return Eren to the people. What? They say that the people have surrounded every local military base. Hitch, help us out. Urk, more work. Oh my god, she said Urk, more work. That's funny. Armin, I'm glad you made it here okay. The new Survey Corp recruits. Why are those kids here at HQ? Let's go, Armin. We've finally been given this time. We can't waste it. Excuse us. Commander-in-Chief, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule today. Not at all. I'm sorry we had to meet today. Quite some time has passed since your first request. Sit down, you heroes of Shiganshina. I hear Hanj is running around like mad, as always. Yes, the commander is following some leads. Indeed, I allowed Hanj to take one of the volunteers along, but I can't allow you to meet Eren. Why is that? Because we're now certain the volunteers had contact with him. Eren concealed secret meetings with volunteers for 10 months leading up to the assault on Marley. Our investigation of the mastermind behind these meetings is now ongoing. Perhaps I could have accepted your proposal had we met earlier, but Eren has maintained his silence ever since these facts were brought to light. my dude, do you not think they could get him to talk maybe a little better than your buddies? And we still know nothing about what he did during his time alone in Marley. Naturally, we cannot carry out the test in these conditions. Not when the volunteers have so seriously violated our sovereignty. I'm afraid that we now believe that Zeke is controlling Aaron. So Aaron has led him to believe. I would never share this with anyone else. Please keep it a secret as well. Aaron? But what's going to happen to Aaron? The eye is looking that way. What is that? Nothing. There was nowhere else to put it, so I had the recruits bring it here. But sir, we've known Aaron since we were children. If he's staying silent, couldn't we be of use to you? I know there's no guarantee that we can get Aaron to speak the truth, but there can't be any harm in trying. I don't understand what that means, but I feel like it's a reference to something that's coming that I may have forgotten, so I'm going to try and look past that comment. Maybe, I'm not sure, I could be wrong. This situation requires great caution. That is all. Oh, wait, now I think I remember. Oh, I remember. Why? You were right, Armin. What could be the harm? If what I think I'm remembering is right, I'm gonna laugh. Just a little bit. You were right, Armin. What could be the harm? So why can't we talk to him? Oh, they're whispering. If I had to think of a reason, it could be that the military government has already given up on Aaron. Excuse us. Oh, I mean, excuse us. And then they walk in. In that case, they would already be choosing the founder's heir. I'm going to eavesdrop. Wait, Mikasa. It's fine. They won't catch me. I remember it now. I forgot. Don't remind me of things, because half of the things I'm sure I forgot, and then I get surprised when I see it again. We don't know if that's the case for sure. We can't afford to violate any rules right now. No, given what's happening, we need to know the military's next move now. No matter what, I won't let Aaron be... Holy fuck, it's so good that Armin held her back, right? Oh, it's the poop chair, because you always called him poop. He didn't plant, he was not the one that planted the bomb there. Because that's, when you said it's his chair, for some reason I imagined the scene, and I knew there was something about that chair. It wasn't just, it was there for a reason, and he had the recruits bring it up, and then I thought and that's how I remembered about the bomb. But I know that your comment was unrelated. It was just because of me, my brain, that I made connections. But indeed, it is the poop chair. No matter what, I won't let Aaron be... Boom! Right in front of all the people gathered there. His body flung out and squashed against the ground. See, the reason I said I kind of wanted to laugh a little bit. I don't want to laugh now because I'm seeing his scorched half body. But just the reason, the irony. I wanted to laugh at the irony because I hated his whole poop idea thing. That shit was just shit. That was just a bad. That proved that he was just a bad person. It was more bad and after bad. And then he was taken down by his own fucking bad poop chair. Bad. It came, your own invention was the one thing to kill you. That is just, it's karma. You can't do bad things to make right for, what did she say? We're fighting unjust violence with unjust violence. Like, that's what he did. He fought horribleness horribleness with horribleness, and then it came to bite you in your ass. It came for your poop. It took it. It took your whole pooper. Sorry. I'm saying it took his whole ass because he doesn't have a bottom half body. See, that's what karma does. Karma was in class. You have no proof he did it. Armin, are you hurt? Are you okay? What just... We need to get away. Put out the fire! Is anyone injured? Are you two okay? What about the commander? See for yourself. Was there anyone else there? What in the world happened? I don't know. Shinzo Sasageyo! Our anger has reached them. I'm joining the fight too. So am I. Let us bring victory to the new Eldian Empire. Shinzo Sasageyo! I hate seeing Erwin's line being used this way. I wonder if they had just... The thing is, these people are ignorant to what is going on. And I know that Hanj and them didn't know much else, but I feel like people who are trusted and given as much information as possible learn to think more critically. But now you kept them in the dark, you made them anxious and angry, so it's so easy to take advantage of those kinds of minds. Now they see one violent act in their favor and suddenly this. Dedicate your hearts! Dedicate your hearts! Dedicate your hearts for a scorched earth. Have fun. The sad part is, a lot of these people will die at the start of the rumbling, I'm sure. We believe a bomb was planted in Commander-in-Chief Zackley's personal poop chair. 4 soldiers, including him, were lost in the attack. The culprits and their goals are unknown. He was with me all day. He was with me all day, and the volunteers are all under house arrest. Then, are there any other factions you can think of? That chair. He said the recruits brought it. Recruits from where? He only said that they were recruits, but a few minutes before Mikasa and I visited his room, we saw recruits running away from headquarters. They were Survey Corps. My God. Speaking of the Survey Corps, I've heard that some of its members are going to be punished for leaking information about Eren to the outside. What now? It couldn't be that... Urgent news! Eren Yeager has escaped from his underground cell. He used the power of his Titan to instantly create an escape route before fleeing. And he sealed the hole to prevent anyone from coming after him. Mobilize all soldiers. Begin a search. Armin, what the hell is happening? Mobilize all soldiers. Begin a search. Oh, I said that. Yes, sir. Dun, 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 dun. Intimidating walk. Dun, 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 dun. Big group. How many are here? We have more comrades beyond the ones present here. Like the jailers who freed us from our cells and told you to come here today. They're also our comrades within the military. As are those who bombs destroyed Darya Zackley. We had to act because the government planned to have someone more agreeable inherit the founding Titan. Here is your cool hoodie, my lord. We know that you are the only one who can save our Eldian Empire, Eren Yeager. Puts on cool hoodie. Shwing! We just need to do one thing. Find Zeke. Dun dun dun. It's okay, Mikasa. I know Eren will understand. If we talk to him, I'm sure he'll understand. Dang, soldiers sure are in a hurry first thing in the morning. Dun dun dun! Peeky! Chillin' like a villain. Oh my god. Oh, this is the one. Isn't this the one where Aaron eats... This is the one where Aaron eats Historia. I think. Continued in volume 28. I think you should read 106 School Cast first. Okay. Oh, so this is maybe a memory from back then. Okay. Hi, Christian. Okay, so 106. Okay, guys, go back to episode or chapter 106, the end. Oh yeah, I missed this one. I don't know how I missed it. Tatakae. Attack on school casters. Sorry. Boom. Whoops, my bad. Kick. My hand slipped. Bullying isn't cool. Wow, even that girl's laughing. My dark night. What did you do, Aaron? I'm hearing rumors that you did something awful to Historia. Historia? Oh no, I never imagined one comment could lead to this. Why did they spread this nonsense? And wait, weren't they supposed to be rescuing the poor students here who were being tricked by baseless rumors? Please, just stop acting like you're some kind of bringers of justice who strike down evil. What should I do? Who knows what had happened to me if I'd said I made it all up now? Wait, I don't understand. Who's saying this? Aaron? Historia? Is this Aaron's thoughts? I never imagined one comment could lead to this. Oh, Historia. Oh, it's the same as last time. I'm so confused when it happens. Okay. She said this. She's thinking this. Oh no, I never imagined one comment could lead to this. Oh, I remember the comment because she was looking at Aaron and how everyone was like he had everyone around him, and then I remember that because she talked about him. Okay. Why did they spread this nonsense? And wait, weren't they supposed to be rescuing the poor students here who were being tricked by baseless rumors? Please just stop acting like you're some kind of bringers of justice who strike down evil. Oh, what should I do? Who knows what had happened to me if I said I'd made it all up now? Well, nothing would happen to you. You're the princessy princess. Blah, blah, blah. Uh-oh, he's coming this way. I'll say I'm sorry. If I'm sincere and tell him from the heart, I'm sure he'll understand. Who are you? What did you say? What did you say I did? Why don't you look inside yourself and ask that? I think you know. And then he bites her for some fucking reason. Okay, I will recreate the scene. That's gonna be the thumbnail. Sorry. Please never show that to my children. I will erase this. I'm kidding. It matches the Valentine's spread. Okay, so then the next chapter 110, Attack on School Casts. Lol, did you hear her scream? Gah! She seriously freaked out. LMAO. What? So that's Queen Bee Historia? LOL. Oh my gosh, this can't be real. Ha 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 ha. Sounds like all the popular kids ganged up on Aaron because he finally fought back after getting bullied for the ridiculous rumors going on about him. I can't believe this violence is unforgivable. I can't believe this, period. Violence is unforgivable. Our poor Dark Knight. What? I never knew Historia would do stuff like this. There's no such thing as a well-adjusted rich kid. I've seen her glaring at ants before. I'd always thought she was stuck up and mean. Make way for the Queen's procession. Watch out, everyone. You don't want them doing good on you. You bunch of eco-fascist pigs. We don't need I swear to God, guys, the word fascist has no meaning in the present because I see it all the time on Twitter and I'm just like, really? Really? Eco-fascist pigs. Okay. I don't know about what it means here, but in this context, well, anyway. We don't need you doing good around here. Hissy didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't me. They just did it on their own. I was just bored. I'm the worst. The baddest bitch in the world. Hey, Historia. I understand how I hurt you now. I'm sorry for that. What? Yeah, I don't really understand, but I guess it was Aaron's fault after all? Did he just... Really? Boring. Oh, boring. Oh, I thought they said booring. Booring. Protect me by lying? Is that enough, Armin? Yeah, it's fine now. All you have to do is spoil the fun once, and those pleb rumors will vanish. More importantly, Historia must be feeling tormented by remorse and gratitude right now. We've come out of this with her owing you one. A fellow follower of the dark. Oh my god, what is this personality switches? I really don't care, just as long as I'm not getting bothered by that stuff anymore. Okay, the real preview. There's no bathroom here. I don't need to use the bathroom, Mr. Niccolo. We've come from Marley. We're warrior candidates and honorary Marlians. Huh? When two paths that should never cross do just that, the pace begins to quicken. Dun dun dun. Okay. Goth Casa. Yes. So that is chapter 109 and 110, and it is already midnight 30, so I'm probably gonna go eat and sleep. But I will be posting more manga on... I have to post the last video, 107, 108, then 109, 110, and then on Thursday night, 111 to 113, so 3 more chapters. If it's quickened, then they definitely have Nahida and the cookie. I'll let you guys know if I do like, because I only have... Since I'm streaming today, I thought... And okay, wait. Since I was streaming today and I need to watch 6 episodes of Atla next time, which I can't do this Thursday, I moved that to there. So this Thursday is kind of like my off day. But I'll see... Tomorrow I only have 2 videos, so if I feel relaxed, tomorrow is a relaxed day, then on Thursday I can do a late stream just for manga, at least. Because it's fun reading live, and then at least when I do the next manga read-along live on Saturday, you will have been here probably for, the 16th. Then you don't have to watch it back on YouTube, I don't know. So I'll just let you guys know by Thursday afternoon. If it's quickened, then they definitely have Nahida and the cookie. Well, if Nahida was there, maybe she could have put some of her wisdomous advice into their hearts and things wouldn't be so crazy. So yeah. I'll let you guys know on Thursday. Tomorrow I'm just reacting to some itchy stuff. Testament of Sister New Devil. An anime that is honestly has some of the weirdest... Season 1 was normal fetishes, boobs, butts. Then suddenly season 2, it's like boom, feet, boom, armpits, boom, I don't know what else. But I'm just saying. Valkyrie Drive though, now there's a fetish I can get on board with, which is a lot of girl on girl action. So that's what I'm reacting to tomorrow night for my Fansly. And then on Thursday, Boom, hand holding. Season 2 has gone off the rails just a little bit. There's still some worth it moments, but yeah, it went away. That way. Thanks for the amazing night. It was really fun and I enjoyed it a lot. Well, I did stream for, let's see, 5.5 hours, so not bad. An unusual stream, but not anymore, because from now on I'm going to try and stream at least 7 hours, maybe over the weekends. Thanks for an amazing Valentine's Day stream. I hope you have a good night's sleep and enjoy your Wednesday. Thank you, me too. I hope I can get up early and I can go, and I hope that the weather is nice and that I can go to the pool. They predicted rain for this whole week, like moody weather rain, and then today it was sunshine, and I'm like, you guys suck at your job. Good night, meow. Weather Balito tomorrow. Thank you for the fun Valentine's stream. I'm looking forward to rewatching the start. I hope you sleep well and have a great day tomorrow. You're gonna be surprised at all the stuff I want to watch. Look at my list. Wait. Look at my list. How is it possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shows. Plus. Oh no, these don't count. But these, it's a list of, well, I don't mean these don't count. I just mean this one is just once and this one is part of this one. So, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but the rest of my Valentine's Day was yesterday. It is, it's now the 15th, but thank you. I hope I have some romantic dreams. That would be nice. Tiago's watching 40. I think you have to get stronger. Shut up! Look at my schedule. Well, I'm sure I can pack some stuff in. I'm sure. I think, look here. We have 1 slot, 2 slot, 3 slot, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1 hour. In season 4, when Aaron and Zeke get in touch. Aaron, I don't want to read the rest of that because is it from manga stuff that I still have to reread? Because I've forgotten a lot of information, so when I read it in the manga, it's kind of like the first time, and then I'm like, oh, I remember. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I won't read that part now. I'm going to eventually get there, you know. Chapter 120. It's in chapter 119. Where was I now? I am on. Yeah. So it is something I've seen, but remember, I've only seen season 4 once. So I've forgotten a lot of stuff. So when if you've noticed, when I'm reading these chapters now, there's some things that I'm like, oh my God, I forgot this happened. And then I react to it as if, like, I think it's interesting to see a new reaction from someone who, like, it's coming back to me now. So I'll get there, and then I think it would be an interesting discussion and reaction when the time comes. So, just briefly again, I think if we look at a week, right? This is Monday to Sunday. Why Friday? I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can fit in 6 shows, I think. But 8. Oh my God. This is definitely. And then I have to choose 3 of these. Hell's Paradise, Oshinoko, Megumin Season. Actually, that's a definitely 2. So I only have 2 slots. You're catching up with One Piece manga, and a month later, forget everything you read will be a really fun anime reaction. I'm not sure about the level 999 one. I don't know. I just want to watch a romance, and that sounds like a fun one. I don't know. But we'll see. I don't remember the last time I've wanted to watch that many seasonals, but I think the reason is partly because I've missed out on so many good seasonals because I couldn't fit it in. And then everyone talks about how awesome it is. And then I'm sitting there like, I didn't get to watch it. So I just want to try and squash in more. But I don't want to like overdo it. So, because then you end up not enjoying other things. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe like Yamado-kun level 999. I could watch that in my own time. Okay. Thank you, Dark Shadow, Mike, Modru, Besol, Sotos, Meow, Sniper, and everyone for hanging out with me and reading manga and watching Blue Lock. That was a great Valentine's Day. And I'll see you guys again on Friday for Police Academy Reaction 1984, sponsored by Tiago, and the Genshin Live. The Genshin live stream is on Friday, apparently. So I'll probably react to that first, then do Police Academy, then play Genshin. If you want romance, you should watch Tada-kun. Is it seasonal? So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Have a lovely what day is today? Wednesday. Sweet dreams. Bye.